In this lesson, we will write our very first sketch. I will explain what setup and loop is, and we will use Serial.print to send data from our Arduino to our computer. The first thing I did was I connected the Arduino Uno to the MacBook. You can also do this on Windows or Linux. And if you haven't already installed Arduino IDE, check out these videos. So let's start by opening up Arduino IDE. After opening up the Arduino IDE, I will select the connected Arduino. Now, if you never programmed anything before, don't worry, I will guide you through the process and teach you everything you need to know. Right here, we see human readable code. If you've never seen something like this, you may say, this is not human readable, but don't worry, I will teach you how to read and write this new language. So first, some quick basics. Using this button, we can verify our code, which means that the computer will check if there are any errors. Think of it like a grammar check. Using the upload button, the human readable code will be translated into machine code and uploaded to the Arduino. This process is called compiling. The Arduino has an embedded CPU, which then interprets one command after another. There is no multitasking going on, which makes it easy. When you write your program, it is very important that you follow the syntax carefully. But don't worry, if you make mistakes, the computer will let you know. You can't really break things. In this brand new sketch, we have two functions. The first function is called setup. It will run anything between the two curly braces exactly once. And then we have the function loop. It will run anything between its curly braces over and over again forever. So every time you restart the Arduino, which can be done by pressing the reset button or just unplugging and replugging the power, the first thing that will happen is it will run anything inside of void setup. And the second thing is it then will jump into the loop and run this code over and over and over. Now for this lesson, you don't have to worry about what a function is. You just need to remember that everything inside the curly braces of setup is run exactly once, and everything inside of the curly braces of loop is run over and over again forever. Here is again how it works. We have some statements inside of setup, we have some statements inside of loop. And if Arduino runs our code, it will start with the first statement inside of setup, go to the next statement inside of setup, jump to the first statement in loop, jump to the next statement in loop, next statement in loop, and then it runs everything inside the loop over and over and over again. Now, if you look carefully, there is already something inside the curly braces of both functions, but it's a comment. Comments start with // and you can write whatever you want to into this comment. This is just for you to help you understand your code, but it's not interpreted by the Arduino. So let's write our first statement. The first thing I want my Arduino to do is to get ready for my serial data connection to the computer. This can be done by using Serial.begin 9600. You need a semicolon at the end of every statement. Serial.begin sets the data rate in bits per second for the serial data transmission. If you click on this icon right here, you can open the serial monitor. And this is where the messages will appear. And you need to make sure that the baud rate inside of your code always matches the baud rate in your serial monitor in order to get messages. So this is everything we need to do in a setup. Let's jump to the loop. I want my Arduino to send me a hello message. This can be done by Serial.print. Inside Serial.print, in this case, I inserted my character string, which is hello. Be sure to always use quotation marks for strings. The next thing I will add is a little delay of 1 second. Delay works with milliseconds, so I need to insert 1000 milliseconds in order to get 1 second delay. So it runs Serial.begin exactly once, and then it jumps to print hello, delay 1000, and then print hello again and delay 1000 again, and so on. I press the verify button, and if you see done compiling and no errors appear, in our output, then everything is fine. Let me show you how it looks if we had an error. Let's say I forgot about the quotation marks and I verify, then you'll see, for example, this error messages. Hello was not declared in the scope. We need to let Arduino know that this is a string, and that's why we need these quotation marks. After we successfully verified our code, we can upload our code. And after successfully uploading the code, the Arduino already runs our code. We can switch to serial monitor and you see the messages of Arduino appear. It doesn't start a new line. It uses the same line over and over again, which can be fixed by changing the function serial.print to serial.print ln. Now this will create a new line after our message. And you don't always have to verify, you can also press the upload button immediately if you want to upload, and this will also compile and upload the sketch. Now as you can see, hello now appears in a new line. Alright, now here comes your first exercise. I want you to modify our code so that Arduino prints the hello message exactly once, exactly 5 seconds after it starts. Please pause the video and try to solve the exercise. If you want Arduino to do something only once, this can be achieved inside of the setup function. So we need to put our serial print into the setup function, but it needs to happen exactly 5 seconds after it starts. So we also need to put a delay in front of serial.print and not 1000 milliseconds, but 5000 milliseconds. Inside of our setup function, we will get Arduino ready for the serial communication, wait for 5 seconds, and then send the hello message exactly once. Because after that, Arduino will jump into the loop function and stay there forever. So let's upload our sketch, and I will go to serial monitor. Press this button for clearing our serial monitor. If everything works, we will just get one hello message after 5 seconds, and then the Arduino will stay inside of this loop forever and will not send us anything. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell button in order to get informed about upcoming lessons. Thank you for watching. See you in the next lesson.